Hey, what's going on, guys? Before we get started into things, I'm going to go ahead and wait for a couple people to get into the chat. Today, we are seeing a little bit of a rough start to AMC. We're seeing a 5% uh, low below market. So, yeah, not doing too well so far. But hey, we're going to see ourselves work our way up towards the end of the day, I believe. So, we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. Let's go ahead and take a quick look over at the chart. I'm just working my way right over here. Yeah, so right now we're seeing a 51.73, it appears to be 51.90, 51.95. We saw a low right around in the range of 48.57. If you were able to buy in around this area, you could be seeing a potential $4 per share gain, which is not bad, There were a couple articles that I wanted to take a look at, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wait a little bit until some people do get in the chat for that so we can talk. 52.38, 52.42, very nice, very nice. So we are seeing ourselves work our way back to where we previously were, right? So, yeah, not necessarily a bad thing to have this kind of start. Maybe a little bit of momentum towards the end of the day will get us at a good spot. I'd really like to see us at right around $70 again. I think that'd be a very good place for us. Go ahead and let me know your positions on AMC and what you guys think will be happening in the future. Yes, right now we're sitting right around that 52.01, 52.08. Yeah, so we're seeing that 52.07 right now. Not a whole lot of action. Not a whole lot of action. If we're going to go ahead and take a look at the stock, we're going to see that, yeah, so no sideways trading this morning. No sideways trading. It has been extremely volatile. Started off the day right around this 52.51. Yeah, so it seems like we're either going to break even with that. So hopefully we can push our let's see right here. 52, yeah. So if we can break even with that, that'd be a very good point for us. But hey, I don't think we have a whole lot to worry about. It is still the first hour of the market, which is always the most volatile. I know some people were looking at some of the aims or some of the articles that were recently put out. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this one article from CNBC, which says investors may own GameStop and AMC without even realizing it. Two traders on the risk and rewards. Two trades on the risk and rewards. And this is about 20 hours ago, so let's go ahead and see what they say. Investors may unwittingly have exposure to GameStop and AMC. So, from a little bit of like a political tactic here, potentially they're trying to put this out because they're trying to get people to sell off shares who don't even realize that they have shares and they're holding them. So maybe they're saying this, and some people are like, that's really volatile. I don't want to hold that. Let me go ahead and call it my broker so that they can sell those. So maybe this is a tactic for them to help sell some shares off, right? So posting something like this definitely has a reason behind it, although it might seem like at face value that it doesn't have a whole lot of value. They might be trying to get you to sell off your shares, and because they know that the AMC apes aren't going to sell, so now they're trying to target people who will sell. So yes, so all the people who are planning for retirement obviously do not want that kind of volatility in their profile or in their portfolio. So yeah, let's go ahead and read this. Let's see what they're telling people. Investors may unwittingly have exposure to GameStop and AMC. So they take the two most volatile stocks, they put them in the bag. Those two, the poster children of the retail trader and Reddit movement, are among the largest components in the IWM Russell 2000 ETF. GameStop has a large contributor to the XRT retail ETF, 49% gain this year. AMC and GameStop's outperformance this year have helped these ETFs on the way up, though with so much volatility surrounding them. So pretty much if you own these ETFs, they might be trying to get you to sell. Let's see. Nancy Tengler, Chief Investment Officer at Laffer Tengler Investments, said investors need to know what they own. Speaking about AMC, she said the risk far outweighs the reward. Yeah, so pretty much this is just a fear statement. So she's trying to infer that if you own AMC, you're at a risk, right? So now, if you're an older individual who's not well read up on the situation, you're going to be thinking, okay, so this is a risky investment. I should take my money out of here. I'm happy where I am right now. So if you're let's see, if you, let's say you have an account with Fidelity and they are touching AMC and GameStop a little bit, you might be saying, I don't want my money to be there. So guess what? Now you're selling off your shares. So as I was previously saying, with the apes not selling, this is pretty much it seems like a tactic to get people to sell, which is it's kind of annoying that they're playing the mind games like that because especially on people who are not too familiar with like what the stock market is actually doing, and for them to say that the risk far outweighs the reward, I mean, you can't really apply a strategy to either GameStop or AMC. I mean, I'm sure that there is a lot of volatility, but there are also brokers and firms that are getting involved into cryptocurrency. So for you to say that that is also not, I mean, I know that they say it's extremely volatile, but to see things such as Bitcoin go from 60,000 to 30,000, I mean, your money gets cut in half there. I mean, AMC, I mean, there's a big amount of shares that still need to be covered. I think that they're just saying this just to try to trick people. Let's see. This is a company whose management has a ferocious appetite for capital. 104 million shares outstanding a year ago, 513 million now. Insiders are selling, and it's not negative earnings to boot. Taylor told NBC's Trading Nation on Monday, "I would be a seller as fast as I possibly could at these levels." And investors, see, okay, I'm not a financial advisor, keep that in mind. But for you to say that you'd be a seller as soon as possible, guess what? Then you're probably not in the game at all. You're probably never in the game. So to encourage people to sell, if you're not even involved in it, you have no emotional attachment. You have not been hanging on since the days of AMC being right around $4 or even before that, right? So yeah, I think that for people just to completely knock something that they don't really have a dog in the fight about or a dog in the game, right? You don't have a horse in the race. I think that's just not. I don't think that's really fair, and especially to go on a platform such as CNBC and to say that. So, yeah, definitely trying to use the platform to manipulate here a little bit. It seems like an upcoming rebalancing for the Russell 2000 on June 25th should minimize some of the risk, according to an Ari Wall, head of technical analysis at Oppenheimer. The rebalancing will take care of that issue for investors on their own. These two stocks are only 2% combined for the Russell's 2000 ETF value. So that's the beauty of a diversified ETF. You get a little of that, you get a little of this. Yeah. So we all know that. We all know that. Small caps overall are positioned to break the upside. We were on the show a couple weeks ago talking about an early summer rally. The Russell 2000 has formed a coiled spring. It appears to be breaking to the upside. I think that the sports, the summertime rally for the stocks overall. Yeah, so we'll see how things tend to go. We'll see how things tend to go. Yeah, right now I'm just really not liking that people are trying to. It seems like they're playing a little bit of a mental game here, almost, right? Because for them to come out and say, "Yeah, if you don't know what you own, right? You don't know what you own. You need to get aware of what you own." So now they have people calling up where their investments are. Hey, listen, if you own AMC, sell it, sell it, sell it. Now these are people who might be owning a couple thousand shares. So if you get 100 people who own 1,000 shares, there was 100,000 shares, and then what happens is that happens day after day after day. So for CNBC to put out an article like that, I think that's either they have something to either lose, they're playing into the hands of somebody, they were either paid to put out that article, especially with CNBC's platform. Right now, this is just my opinion, but I still think that like if you have a platform that AMC has or CNBC has, everything you say has an intention. So for you to come out and say straight up, you might own AMC and not even realize it, and it's a lot riskier than you think. So you're showing bias with what you just said. It's a lot riskier than you think. Obviously, it is extremely volatile. A lot of things have been volatile as of late, right? You've seen Peloton go from 150 down to 89, $85. Everything is volatile. That is the stock market. For you to single out AMC, right? Just on this particular day with 100% upside in one day, you're definitely you're coming after someone and you're trying to help someone. So in every situation, there's a every trade, everything that goes on, there's a mutual benefit to somebody. So someone got a benefit out of what CNBC just said, and it's not the AMC apes, right? So it is somebody. Now we have to narrow down who is that somebody, and is it right that they're doing that? Because obviously, if we had coverage saying AMC is doing awesome, we highly recommend, or we recommend that if you have positions, just be very careful. But didn't say anything with a negative connotation. I think that would be okay. Just say yeah, the AMC rally is still going. It is unpredictable at the moment, but to say it's a lot riskier than you think, and AMC it might be in your portfolio and you don't realize it. Definitely targeting somebody. So if you have any other articles that you would like me to check out, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Oh, we have a viewer. Hey, what's going on? go ahead and be sure to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I greatly appreciate you being here. So right now we're seeing that 51.22. We saw it come back a few minutes ago, right around to that 52. What was that? 52.18 area. So yeah. Now we're falling down to that 50.77. I wonder how BB and everything else is doing. Should I go ahead and take a look at that? If so, let me know. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, 15. Oh, okay, yeah. So this doesn't seem to be doing too well. Three big red candles here for BB BlackBerry. Some people are really trying to stick to the morals of the companies here. I've heard people say, well, BlackBerry has a future. I don't really think it's about the company having a future. I think it's just about the shares getting covered right now, right? So if you want to be a long-term investor in BB, I mean, right now you might be seeing a high price and it might be crashing down. So I'm not a financial advisor. Three big red candles, four, yeah, actually. So we saw a low there right around 1440. So it is working its way back a little bit. Yeah, followed by a 1473. On the week, we saw BlackBerry hit right around that. What was that? That 17. I think it was even higher than that at one point. Maybe it was after. Maybe it was after market. Maybe it was after hours. Yeah. So we saw right around that 1703. So it seems that it has also had a drop, just like how AMC has. But AMC, after this first hour of trading, I think we could see what else happens from there. Because remember, the first hour is always the most volatile. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull back up AMC. Is there anything else that you want me to take a look at? If so, let me know. Recently, Ethereum Classic has really been kicking my butt. I got in at $70 a few months ago. Should have sold at when it was over 100. Let's see. Yeah. So $60 was what it was at. Dang, big drop off. I just want to go ahead and pull up the 6 month on Ethereum Classic really quick. So you see that 176? Man, $58 is devastating. Let's go ahead and pull up the 1 year on that. Yeah, you could have got in right around that $7. 5 years, let's see if it ever, yeah, so not quite as high there of a jump, but that was the biggest jump. Perhaps that was due just to the name and it being available on Robinhood, right? Because a lot of the users, some of the people who didn't have money for what was going on. Hey, Trell Coleman says, I'm always here. Love you, Nate. What's going on, Trell Coleman? Hey, I hope you're doing well. Let me go ahead and put this, let me go ahead and make this comment big. Yeah, go ahead and tell your friends. Go ahead and tell your friends. Just streaming and hanging out here. Go ahead and stream it out. What's going on, Trell Coleman? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Are you interested in AMC? Are you interested in the stocks? If so, go ahead and let me know. Let me know. Trell Coleman is my brother, if you guys are not aware, for the people who see this afterwards. Let's see. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and check out what is going on here with AMC. Yeah, still on the thing about I don't like how they're trying to manipulate people into selling their shares of AMC, right? Because we know that there is a lot of naked shorting going on. And if you don't know what naked shorting is, that means that they're essentially trading with shares that they don't have, which is illegal and should be reprimanded. Yeah, so we're seeing that nice 50.65 right now. It is still low. If we pull up the 1 day here, we're seeing a downtrend here, right? But yeah, very bearish, very bearish. Not a whole lot of movement. Yeah, let's see. But the crazy thing is about AMC is that if you got in right around this area, right around this, what was this, a 314? Man, let's see what the absolute low here was. Yeah, right around that 156. Dang. For every $1 you put into AMC, keep in mind that would now be $55 or $50, 50.89. Let me go ahead and get this ad thing out of the way. Let's see. 3 months you could have got in. I know I started getting in right around that $13 area. Wow, I wish I would have saw it at right around 903. Yeah, this is right around when I started to get in. I think it was right around this point. Yeah, so it was a good point. Oh, 51.28. So we're seeing some green candles. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hop over here to this area and see what is going on. Yeah, so we're on our fourth green candle right now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see it. So yeah, if we can make our way right around to that 52 area again and maybe hold that up until 10:30, I think once we make it out of this first hour, we should be okay. But yeah, I don't think we're getting ripped as hard as BlackBerry is right now, because BlackBerry it seems to be getting torn into the dirt, actually. 1 second. I'm gonna see what. Yeah. Oh no, 5.82%. So it seems to be found. Actually, AMC is doing a little bit worse, but that 1492 number does not look very good. Does not look very good whatsoever. Yeah. So we're seeing it. Let's see. One moment. Yeah. Dang. So I know some people who did buy in at AMC right around that $71 mark are probably feeling a little bit of a burn right now, right? Because you're seeing a $20 loss per share, or about 35% of your money, I believe, 33%. Be sure to to either have an exit strategy or entrance strategy with everything that you do, because if you're hopping into somewhere and you don't have a plan, be sure to be extremely careful about that, because at that point you're just jumping into water that you don't know what's going to happen. You could be jumping into a rough tide, you could be jumping into, the middle of the ocean with no life jacket. So just be extremely careful with everything that you do. Yeah, so we are seeing that 5140. I'm really excited though to see what happens towards the end of the day here. I hope everything goes well. If there's any other things that you guys want me to check out towards the end of the day, go ahead and let me know and I'll check that out for you. All right, guys. So from here, I'm probably gonna go ahead and head out. But yeah, I greatly appreciate you guys being here with me today. Be sure to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to the channel and hit that like button as always. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for being here with me today.